Hello, hi, how are you? So for those of you not following the gaming channel, which you should be, by the way, how dare you? That's a joke. For those of you not following the gaming channel, I have been playing Doki Doki Literature Club, and while it won't be finished going up for quite some time, I personally have finished the game itself. And the game has a poem writing mechanic in which you choose 20 words specifically that then go into creating a poem, however you wish to pronounce it. Anyways, I decided to take that as a challenge and actually write poems using all 20 of the words that I choose for each of the nights. And so this is a compilation of me reading all of those poems from the games, the game singular. And so the way that I did this was each of the words that I had chosen specifically from the time before is highlighted so that it's easy to tell which word was supposed to be used. Anywho, I did also include different versions of the word, so like anxiety would also be used as anxious, depression could also just be depressed, empty and emptiness, nothing and nothingness. Variations of the same word I was also kind of just counting. Sorry, the last one that I just did was Yuri, you might be able to tell. Anywho, here is the compilation. How is one to keep their head from spinning? Round and round like sweet candy floss, drizzled in caramel, a parfait, made in the carnival of my head. Clumsy, I stumble through these emotions, heart aching as I find myself falling. A daydream of dancing music, filling my fluffy little heart, bringing unwanted color to my cheeks. And words like bubbles flood my throat, but I push them down. I wake another day, milk and coffee get me through. I find I have an unstable heartbeat around you. A field of fireflies glowing brightly light up my mind as I sing. I can't seem to stop myself bouncing around like a bunny, bouncing in place excited with you. I can feel my heart racing, doki doki, doki doki, like a kitty chasing a mouse, like a dragon whose only desire is treasure. Sweetness floods my mind, an overwhelming candy rush, racing and chasing in circles. With you, with me. Will you let me catch you? Play with my words as I dance through this fantasy, a silly little dream, as I don my nightgown. I feel warm and calm, wrapped tight like the petals of a rose, living life like an anime. You remind me of sugar and lipstick, summer nights under the shiny moon, warm in your arms. Little boxes of chocolate, little bracelets filled with little charms. A cute little giggle and a soft kiss is enough to make my heart hop. You boot my nose. I wake up and pout. Red ribbons wrap around me, tie me up in perfect bliss. A comfort for sure. I'm sick of this vanilla love, so secretive and soft. I want it loud. Dazzle me with music, a melody I never want to escape from. Twirling in my socks across wood floors, jumping in flower fields. Love! Oh, to be caught in the crossfire of these pink love beams, to feel that pain in my cheeks as I can't stop smiling. Scurrying like a mouse, dissolving like a lollipop into a sugary mess on the floor. Just for you, my Valentine. I sit in the graveyard, staring up at the vivid starscape, vertigo. I have visions of entropy staring up at the night, my imagination continuing, uncontrollable. Lecherous horrors covet my mortal mind, infinite disarray. Sitting in summer, unending melancholy, foreshadowing disaster trying to continue on. The sunset paints crimson crimsons across, a heaven-sent wonder, to try and ease my anxiety. An unrestrained pain resting in my chest. I try to enjoy the time, but the watercolored sky is too full of contamination. An after image of blackness, only surviving through sharpness. Unending existence, unsubsiding and empty. Ambient sounds remind me of falling through tragedy. Entities clawing at my memories. An agonizing spinning, slipping through space as I wander forward towards nothingness. Disoriented and hopeless, held captive by my own thoughts and this darkness swirling around me. This portrait of myself I don't recognize, a massacre of my self-image. Imagine, fantasy self, help! I despise this depression. Raindrops dripping from nothing, non-existent clouds covering the sun. It's frightening. This pleasure when I feel when stuck deep, it's endlessly disorienting. Stuck in this promise, captive. I couldn't leave if I wanted to. Incongruent lines meet vivid intersections of self-doubt and shame. Shining memories, empty but effulgent. Staring into nothingness, I find this philosophy of mine dark, distant, an over-analysis of a distant daydream I choose to disown. The misfortune of all I covet, the death of a daydream, the end of a sunset, seeing only crimson. Insight of the mind into one grief-filled as mine, knowing only that there is no knowing, only atoning, one sin at a time, one memory hoarded at a time for a moment of joy I don't deserve. This is the way that I pray. Shameful sunsets atoning for shallow self-interest, effulgent prayer, misfortune of insight, of embracing the sunset, of embracing the crimson, embracing death, embracing